everybody. Welcome to Peaches and Power Bombs. Looky, who is here? Yay!
We are trying this on my hotspot on my phone. So if I lag a little bit on my end, I apologize
That's okay.
ahead of time.
Yep. Everything's going to be all right. I'm just so excited that you're here, that you're back, and because we all missed you. I'm speaking for the entire orchard here at Peaches and Power Bombs. We missed you.
I missed y'all, trust me.
Definitely. So before we get into the show and we talk about certain things, we're going to go ahead and take care of some business. You guys know the drill. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, do all the things, guys. Make sure you tell your friends about us here at Peaches and Power Bombs. I know we are really terrible about keeping things up to date and putting content out there sometimes, but we're going to get better. We're going to do better about bringing you guys more things, more content on the page. We appreciate all of your all's patience. We appreciate your undying support. Basically, our little core audience, our little orchard here at Peaches and Power Bombs is so loyal and caring, and we love our little community. We wouldn't have it any other way. And so if you all know any more of your awesome friends and they want to be part of us, tell them about Peaches and Power Bombs and get them to subscribe to our channels, and we'll be excited to have us some new community members around. And like always, we will have the Briscoe brothers get us ready for the show.
Ain't no way, chick. Ain't ready. There ain't no way, man. Ain't ready. Ain't no way y'all could possibly be ready.
You can say you're ready as many times as you want.
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Y'all boys ain't ready.
There's no way, man. Talking about they anxious. You hear him, chick?
Hey,
somebody losing sleep.
They losing sleep, baby. Man, I've been getting the best sleep of my life.
I've been snoring, baby. I've been snoring.
Dreaming about this ass.
That never gets old. It will never get old.
No,
and yay, and I'm going to say this, and we won't get into this. I'm sure Ray and I will talk more about it tomorrow on the TRWC tailgate party. But if Mark Briscoe loses tomorrow night, I'm going to riot and throw things at my television. Just saying.
Right.
No, don't do it.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you for joining us. Good to see everybody.
Yes, absolutely. So, while we've been away-ish, both of us have had live wrestling experiences in the past month or so. You went to Bad Blood. How was that?
Yeah. Surprise. The bestie surprised me with tickets to go. They were really high to begin with, and she waited till very, very late, and she got in the price range she wanted, and we didn't realize the show started at 6. We left at 5:30. We made it at 7:45.
Ooh.
Yes, but that we did very, very good, considering last minute, and that was going downtown traffic and everything, because she got parking across from the arena, and I'm like,
that's my favorite parking lot favorite.
It is a good parking lot because I've utilized it before at concerts. Me, I prefer MARTA, but MARTA was not going to be an option this time around. We were already late. That was not going to be an option. So, but I weaseled my way through Atlanta traffic. Didn't really have a panic attack, thank God. Just a itty bitty little bit, because people don't know how to drive in Atlanta.
No, they don't. I live here. I know.
Yeah. So, Jaden was telling us. He said Hell in a Cell started. I was like, oh, that'll be an hour. I was wrong. But anyways, when we got there, they had just did the crown jewel thing. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but they
It's in
had
the
just
list.
introduced we did they had just introduced the championship, and so we missed the first 3 matches. I really wanted to see Priesty. I wore my Priesty shirt and I didn't get to see him. Oh,
That is so
but
sad. I didn't get to see him either, if it makes you feel better.
okay, good. Well, not good. No yeet. No yeet. But we were above the entranceway in the first row. So there was a couple of TikToks that we saw. We could barely see us when Roman came out. That'll probably be the only time Roman and I will share the screen together. But
it was a magical moment nonetheless.
always tribal chief. And it was so funny because the whole way there, Via and the bestie were like, the things we do for our tribal chief. The things we do for our tribal chief. But we got there. Like I said, we were right above the entranceway. It was the 200 section, but we had a clear view of the ring. We got to see. We didn't get to really see. We didn't get when Liv and Dom did their entrance, we couldn't even see the car. Like,
oh man, really?
Yeah, we couldn't even see it. But once they made their way down the aisleway, we could really see them. They weren't ants or anything, but yeah, we saw that match first. I thought it was a really good match. You could tell there was a mishap at the end. Even live, you could tell there was a mishap. Something went awry. And then, of course, when they did the promo leading up to the tag match, they had the band getting ready for Cody's entrance, and then they brought an additional band out for Roman's entrance. And I think I stood there for 5 minutes, stood up, had my shoulders back, and had my little one up for like 5 minutes, honoring my tribal chief. But yeah, we really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I think my godson Jaden was with us, and just seeing him have the best time was worth it to me. Even though we only saw the 2 matches, we had a great time. And just seeing him, like, he was so excited. Like, and then when they would do the holy shit chants, he would be like, "Mom, can I say it? Can I say it?" And she's like, "No." Oh man. It was so funny. But
good job, Mama. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. He did drop a F-bomb, but she let him go. She let him go for it because he was excited. But she said if he did it again, she was going to get his butt tore up.
Well, even though you only got to see 2 matches, you got to see The Rock. So that was worth everything.
Girl, yes. I already was losing my voice. When he came out, that was it. And we could not see him. We barely could see him. Like, we had to see him on the Titantron because, like I said, he didn't walk down the entranceway or anything. He just stayed at the entrance. So we really couldn't see him, but we saw him on the Titantron and we knew he was there. So just the fact that he was there, like, it was exciting. We have been talking about this for months, and this was exciting. We already knew. And actually, if you haven't seen it, it had been going around on TikTok, and it probably went around on social media. Solo and then went into the crowd after the match, and somebody caught him on video saying this is part of the plan. So we already knew this, but just the fact that Solo more or less confirmed it, and then all that going on, it was really cool.
We have been talking here on Peaches and Power Bombs about how we've been speculating that The Rock is really the mastermind behind all of this, the Solo thing and everything else. There's no way. He calls himself the final boss, for goodness sake. So I 100%, think that The Rock is behind it, and I'm very jealous that you got to see him, or even just being in the arena with him, even if you didn't get to see him all that well. I've been trying several times to see because there was rumors he was going to be at the Royal Rumble, so we went to the Royal Rumble. He wasn't there. He showed up a week later in Alabama, of all places.
I know, right? God.
John got to see he was there.
I know. Oh my God. Good to see you. We got to have you back on the show for real.
Right, for real. And then there was rumors that he was going to be at the SmackDown a week later. There was Nick Aldis was dropping hints on his Instagram and things like that, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, I know someone who's reselling their tickets. They're only this much. You know, they're not. You know, you don't have to have Donald Trump money in order to pay for it, unlike if you bought it directly through these people through WWE." He's like, "Okay, let's go." And he no-showed again. Rock, I will find you one day and you will show up at a show I'm at.
His presence is like no other. I seen him like 3-4 times. I seen him at all 3 WrestleManias I've been to. I seen him at a Raw, and then I seen him at Bad Blood. He has a presence like no other. I don't know what it is. It's a God-given gift he has. He has the crowd in the palm of his hand, and he doesn't have to do anything. It is insane.
Nope, he does not have to do a thing.
And
I mean, all he did was do this. That's all he did, and he walked away, and everybody was like.
And matter of fact, I didn't really put on my makeup very well that night because it was so all of a sudden. So I did makeup tonight to show like what I would have done if I had more time. I have the yeet on my face. But I was like, well, we'll just do it up for the first episode I return. That way it'd be fun and kind of tie it all in. And of course, I did see the fallout with KO and Cody Rhodes outside the arena.
Oh, you saw that?
Yes. We were heading back to the parking lot because we had parked across. We parked across from the arena, of course, and with the way State Farm is set up, there's an underground parking. There, you know, you pay a whole lot more for it, but that's where a lot of the wrestlers show up too. And you could see Cody's bus. Jaden, really and truly, we wouldn't have even thought about it, but Jaden wanted to go over there. He wanted to take pictures with the skyline behind him and the arena behind him because, you know, he's 16 and he thinks that he's the coolest cat on the block, right?
Oh, of course.
So he was wanting to take pictures. So while we were kind of doing that, Cody had came out, and of course everybody was like, "Oh my God, Cody's out here!" And you know, and then he was talking to somebody. I couldn't make it out first because you know we're like far away, and I realized it was KO, and I'm like, he's talking to KO, and we were just sitting there like, we were just like kind of like, all right, cool, whatever, and then all of a sudden he turned on Cody, and like. The whole area like exploded. Like they're like, "Oh my God, you saw people running down the stairs and everything, trying to get down there." And that's why when I posted, I was like, "Damn, it ain't even 10 p.m. and KO just beat up Cody." And we noticed it, and we noticed there was no cameras around, so we were kind of like, what in the world? What? I figured it would be one of those where the cameramen all came out and then everybody come out to separate them, and we really didn't see any cameras. So when we noticed that was their intent, was to create something viral on social media, I thought that was a genius idea.
Oh,
that was
genius.
Really cool. That was so cool. And I was like, dang. I told Jaden, I said, damn, Jaden. I said, you was on to something. We was ready to go to the car.
Right. Right. Man.
So yeah.
I know how that feels too, because we were at an indie show a couple years ago, and this was right before the first AEW Double or Nothing, and it was
Oh
before they
yeah.
got their TV deal, and we were about to walk outside because my husband was there and he hates crowds and everything, so he was like, "I want to leave before these people do." Okay. And we were about to leave, and a security guard was like, "You won't want to leave, trust me." Okay. And we turned back around, and Jericho at that moment came out and was attacking the babyface in the ring. And then I see someone whooshing by me in the dark, and I'm like, who? That was Kenny Omega. Oh my gosh. Like literally like 5 feet, like right in front of me. Not just over here and I
my
saw
God.
him, but
yeah.
like here.
That story never gets old either.
And at that time, my parents and my husband was with me, so they didn't know who he was because he had never been on American TV before. But I knew who he was, because I follow everything. I have no life. And I was freaking out. So if we had left, we would have missed that. So I'm glad that you stayed and you got to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was I told my bestie, I told her name's Sheena, and I said, you know what? That was the most random thing we've ever done. We've been friends for 28 years now. And I was like, that is the most random thing we ever done. And we did it for our tribal chief. Yes. One of these days we're gonna get recognition for that, maybe. So, but you went to the SmackDown, right? The following SmackDown after Bad Blood. So we gotta know what all went down there.
Oh man, I saw a whole lot of stuff. Before the show, I saw a couple of speed matches, and I know those are, obviously really quick, but we got to see Sheamus. He has another name in our house, and I won't repeat it here.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That
he
was
does.
good, yeah.
And who else did we see? We saw
I
the
totally
Street
forgot about
Profits.
that until you said that.
Yep. We saw the Street Profits. We saw Roman, of course, with Jimmy. Solo Sikoa. We saw Solo versus Jimmy, by the way. That was interesting. I have a really good video on our YouTube page if you want to go check it out, guys. Jacob Fatu does this beautiful moonsault on Jimmy. It was gorgeous, and I got a really good shot of it. So make sure you go check those out. I saw really Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and you know what? I think I'll go ahead and share that. Let me see.
We did see Jimmy return at Bad Blood.
You did.
Yep. He came out from under the ring, and like nobody really noticed. And even Jaden didn't notice. I was like, Jaden, look, I think that's Jimmy. He's like, oh wow, I didn't even notice it. But he got a huge pop at Bad Blood.
Man, that one is 1.7. Jeez. Okay, so this one is the Kevin Owens and Randy. I don't know if you can see it or not. Boom! Right
on. Damn.
And I'm gonna.
KO's just mad at everybody, man.
Yeah, he is. You said no yeet, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes yeet, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
that
Oh
in
yeah,
just
with
a few
Jay
minutes.
Uso, yeah. Yes,
He
yeet all day
came
long.
out for a dark match at the end of SmackDown, after the camera stopped
The
rolling.
only time I saw Jay was in the Gorilla. We were right above Gorilla too, and there was like this little corner where you could barely see them, and I saw Jay back there just talking his head off. I was like, I spy. Go ahead.
Well,
I'm sorry.
this dude is insane. This is insane. Look at this. Look at that. He is so over.
God.
Jeez.
I wanted to eat so bad in Atlanta. It just wasn't in the cards.
That is okay. All
At
right,
least
let's
you
get
got to
to
eat.
some.
That's good.
Yes, I did get
Oh,
to
and
eat.
Rhea did do the yeet, so we did yeet. So
Let's get to some comments before we move on.
yes,
Shane is here, and he was saying that it's good that the band is back together. The only thing we're missing is Mina Mania. She mania'd her way before the show started. She
really did, and now she's sleeping. She don't wore herself out.
She put her rear end right in front of the camera and everything.
Showed out. Now she's asleep, curled up in the ball on the bed.
John is here, and he said it's about time you guys got back together. Yeah, it's been a rough road there, my friend. And Julian is here, of course.
Yeah, good to see y'all.
All right, so because we were talking about Jey Uso, we'll just talk about Jey Uso before we get to the other part.
Okay.
Jey Uso won the Intercontinental Championship 28 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And last night he lost it. Pretty much with the help of his brother and the new bloodline. They're roping. It seems like they're going to be roping him back into the bloodline story. I'm excited to see him in the War Games match, and excited to see him with Jimmy back again, and eventually with Roman and all this other kind of stuff. But I'm sad that he lost the Intercontinental Championship because I was so excited when he won it.
Yeah, no yeet. That's how I feel about it. 100%. No yeet. So we always talk about how WWE backed themselves into a corner, and I feel like they did this with Jey Uso. I don't think they've really taken into the account that Jay was going to get super over, like he is, and they got too much going on with him. Obviously, we know he's coming back to the bloodline, the OG bloodline,
right?
And then you got him fiending after Rhea Ripley, which we are due for a Waffle House date skit. I am here for it. I am ready for it, and I'm running out of patience with it.
You'll get your Waffle House date skit when I get my Renee Takes Eddie Kingston shopping skit.
Yeah. Oh God. But and then the whole thing with Braun Breaker. And so I feel like they took the easy way out with this. I feel like Jay still having the Intercontinental title walking in the War Games, that I felt like, Roman told him that he was proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay's like, no, Jay's like, I don't want to hear all that after what you've done to me the past few years. I don't want to hear none of that. Right. Oh, now you want to tell me that now that I've made something of myself or whatnot. I feel like that could have been something they could have carried in with this Bloodline War Games storyline, because Roman, yes, everybody acknowledged Roman and whatnot, but Roman would have to acknowledge Jay at some point, because Jay now has some hardware to add to his legacy.
Right.
So I feel like they could have done a lot more with that. And I'm seeing the term transitional champion going around, which I think is stupid. I just feel like they backed themselves into a corner with Jay, and they took the easy way out. I feel like he could have kept it, and I think that would have added to the storyline. That's just.
I don't think he was a transitional champion because
I
he
don't
didn't
either.
transition the title to somebody else after Braun Breaker. It just went right back to Braun Breaker. So I don't think that is the case. He did have it for a month, so at least there's that. He did have one title defense against Xavier Woods? Or did he have another
Yeah, it
one?
was Xavier Woods, I think.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, they just have too much going on with Jay right now, and they're like, oh, well, let's just take the title off and be done with it. And I'm like.
And they didn't have to. I don't think that they had to.
No.
I'm guessing the way that they're going is that logically, why would he join Roman and Jimmy after everything that both of them had done to him? And I understand that point, so let's make it personal and have them cost him the Intercontinental Championship, and now he has actual beef with them. Like, he didn't like them, but he didn't actually have beef with Solo Sikoa and all of them guys.
Right. And I was telling the bestie last night, I was like, I could actually see Jimmy helping Jay retain, and they would have had some over his head. And it would have been I think it would have been really compelling, but we don't write the storylines. That's why we are on here and not do it and getting paid to write them. So.
Right. And
we still don't like it though. No eat.
I would have liked it better if maybe instead of doing it this way, if Jimmy had pleaded with him as a brother. We sort of got that, but not really. Like, okay, I'm your twin. And this is a problem that we have, and where I'm pleading you as a brother to help me get this family back together. That would have meant more than just, oh, they cost me the title, so I'm mad.
Right.
But, they're making billions of dollars, like you said, and we're over here on Facebook. So
expressing our disappointment and how it was no yeet.
No yeet.
But a lot of people did not like this decision at all. Especially considering, Jay, they have done so much work with Jay the past 4 years, and he's done got massively over, and then y'all just yank it like that. Come on now.
I mean, they couldn't have put him in that match to begin with and have him lose, because then it would have just been ridiculous. But then just don't book the match. Shane said, I thought it was silly for taking the belt off of Braun to begin with. Yes and no. If you're going to book the match, in the first one, not this past one, but if you're going to book the match, then Jay should have won, because he can't take another loss like that. But I just wouldn't have booked it if you planned on just ripping it off of Jay and dragging him into all of this mess again.
Considering his popularity and that he's one of the biggest merch sellers at this point too. Why would you? That's why I was just like, this makes absolutely no sense. I was very mad. I went to bed mad last night. Like, I just turned off the TV and I was like, really?
Yeah, it was. I understand, but at the same time, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And there's
I just think that was a bad call.
No, I won't say there's rumors. Our good friend, Dr. Chris Featherstone, he's been on the show before with us. He has said that sources have told him that Cody Rhodes is going to be on the OG Bloodline team for the War Games match coming up here next month. I don't want Cody Rhodes in that match. It should be the family, not him.
Right.
And if you don't have someone in the family, at least have someone who was in the bloodline on their team, like Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn would have been the perfect person to do it.
Right.
Sami Zayn got the bloodline back on the same page before.
Yep.
He could do it again with this because Sammy and Jay, they have history and they have a mutual understanding.
Mm-hmm.
That could be something that that could definitely be something that they could play with and it would work. And Sammy would have been perfect. I was all for Sammy being the fourth guy.
Right. Cody shouldn't be in that, but
No. I feel like Cody ought to be. Cody needs to be done with them because they haven't really done anything since then.
Right.
So,
and it doesn't make any sense anymore anyway, because as far as he's concerned, he took care of Solo Sikoa coming after his title.
Yeah.
At Bad Blood or whatever, and he should be. And he's got bigger fish to fry. He's got Kevin Owens to worry about. So what is he even doing?
Exactly. What? Like, come on now. Let's stop making it complicated. Simplify it and be done with it. What was I gonna say? The one thing I did like last night was the stare-off between Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. That was good. I enjoyed that. I will say that a lot of people like that idea.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That was probably one of the most memorable moments of that match, them having a stare down.
Yeah.
And that was pretty tight. So
I love Jacob Fatu. He's my favorite person in the new bloodline. Oh man. Okay. So we do have some news. Samantha Irvin announced her departure from WWE, and no, people, I do not think it has, from the sources that I saw online, it looks like it had more to do with WWE not allowing her to let her do her music career on the side, so she decided to move on. So if she wants to pursue music instead of this, you know what? All power to her. And for all the people who said that she was leaving WWE for her husband in AEW, shame on you. Shame on you.
Considering it was very sunny yesterday, nobody really people knew that she would probably leave, but just the way she did it yesterday, it was very sudden, it was very shocking. But this is no secret, Samantha Irvin set out for a singing career, and she did end up in WWE, did an amazing job. I would put her as one of the GOATs of ring announcing. She was
absolutely.
She did her job very well. But and she was on was it America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
I think it was America's Got Talent like 10 years ago, pursuing a singing career. So like that's her apparently this is her first love. This is something she wants to do, and let her do her thing. As far as them not coming to agreement, I am not surprised by that, because there was a post I responded to earlier. Like, a lot of people are like, well, maybe it's just a mistreatment of women. And no, it's a money issue, because if they want to go do something else, WWE gonna want a cut of it because basically WWE owns the characters. They don't own them, obviously, but they own the characters, and they're gonna want some kind of cut of it, especially when they do better than they did in the company. Look at The Rock. When The Rock first started out in his acting career, they had Vince listed as an executive producer for his first few movies. That was part of them. That was part of the deal of having The Rock in the movie, starring as The Rock. Because WWE wanted a cut of that money, and especially since he had gotten successful, they were going to do that. Obviously, they don't do that now, but at first they did. That's just the thing, you know. She did the right thing. She left on good terms, and she wants to do her singing career for a while. If she does great, that's awesome. If she wants to come back one day, she's welcome back with open arms. She left it on the table, pretty much. You know, you have to do it that way. So she's well respected backstage, judging from what people were saying about her and, you know, wishing her luck and whatnot. Even Michael Buffer, like the ultimate hype guy, put her over yesterday. So, like, she's always going to have a job. I mean, so I'll miss her because I really enjoyed her. But, you know, Lillian Garcia is replacing her full time. She's another one that's been very prominent with WWE for a number of years.
Yeah.
So I definitely think this was planned. A lot of us didn't know, but yeah, people automatically thought, oh, she's leaving, going behind Ricochet. Come on. It ain't always about that.
Nope. No. People are silly. And they were even trashing the SmackDown ring announcer, Alicia Taylor, too. And I'm like, why are you going after her? She didn't do anything, and she's a fine ring announcer. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
Shane
no.
says, I could see the original Bloodline turn on Cody after War Games. Could the entire Bloodline take out Cody?
No.
I don't see that happening.
Nope. See, this is what I think is going to happen. And I'm probably going to be wrong because 9 times out of 10 I am. Cody has to be in this War Games match. Ugh. I see it being Cody versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton wins the Royal Rumble and challenges Cody at WrestleMania. Reveals
that's
that
actually
he's
good.
Yep. And then it's Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. Cody versus Randy, main events night 1. Rock versus Roman, main events night 2.
Night 2. WWE had a problem with USA yesterday. Their volume going in and out was horrible. Well, a lot of people are doing holy shit chants. That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So
they should really, instead of doing that, they should say, this is our rating. However, WWE cannot control their live audiences and the things that they say. So watch at your own discretion. The end.
Yeah.
But they don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, that was the big news yesterday. Now, yeah.
So you got to see the tail end of this announcement at Bad Blood. They're doing a champion versus champion for both the men and the women. And the funny thing is that there's only one title, so I'm guessing it's not one that they actually get to keep or carry around or anything. They're just going to be like pointing at it or something and saying, that's me. I don't know. I like the idea of Gunther versus Cody. And it's going to be a really good match. It's going to be a great match. This is kind of perfect too, to just kind of throw on the show that they have to do over there, right? And so, just a little something different, and instead of having to drum up contestants out of the blue, for these little shows that they have to do over there. And I think that Gunther should win. What do you say?
I think so too.
Ooh.
I think so too. Now the way that you put the concept together, I see that, but is it necessary? I didn't think it was necessary, and the fact that they're treating it as some sort of prestigious championship, they got it kept in like this. They got it kept up in this case, and I'm just like,
they're acting like it's the British crown jewels or something.
Right? Yeah, I'm like, okay, it is not that serious. I mean,
No.
yeah, I understand why they're doing it, but dude, it ain't that serious. And besides,
and just so you
what if
know,
they
no
lose
one,
their? Huh?
no one will want that thing. It's the butt ugliest thing in the world.
My thing is too. Okay, yeah, champion versus champion, whoever wins gets it. But what if they lose their championship? How does that work? Do they know? I don't.
Right. What if Priesty just ups and beats Gunther next week? I don't know.
Right.
It's not going to happen, but it's funny. It's really funny.
I didn't notice any, Shane. It might have just been different cable company or cable providers, I would say. My mother has DirecTV, and we didn't have any issue.
We didn't have problems on Hulu either.
Gary Joe from Follow the Revolution.
That's my friend.
Yeah, that's my friend. Hey, good to see you. But yeah, that's why I was just like, okay. Yeah, like I said, they had just finished introducing it when we got to Bad Blood, so we were just like, huh? What? And then now, like I said, they were saying men and women, so that's why I was just like, what?
Yeah, it'll be Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was just like, okay, this is kind of weird.
You know what is crazy about that match right there? Is that Tiffany Stratton could cash in her Money in the Bank, make it a triple threat, and if she wins, she becomes the new WWE Women's, the new WWE Worlds, and the Crown Jewel Champion all at the same time.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
I know they're not going to do that, but oh my gosh, I would laugh so hard if that happened.
Oh, that would be a hell of an opportunity.
It would definitely be Tiffy time then.
Definitely Tiffy time. I know they're very high on her, but I don't think they're that high on her. They would have to be Snoop Dogg high to do that. Watch
Snoop
it happen.
on April the 20th.
They must have been Snoop Dogg high.
Snoop Dogg on April the 20th, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, funny. It would be hilarious, though. It chuckles
Thank you, Gary. We appreciate it. You know, we're going to figure out how to do the TikTok thing too. I was kind of looking around on it today, but I wasn't sure how the live stream was going to go on my hotspot. Mm-hmm. So we're definitely going to play with that sometime in the near future. So
yeah, forgive us if we're old. We don't know all this new stuff that the youngins play with. So
yes. I was asking Sheena last night, I'm like, how do you do? She does good on TikTok and has like a little following going on, and she does little videos, and I'm like, how do you do it? I can't even figure out how to put a background on.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
I just learned YouTube Shorts like a few months ago.
We can use all the help we can get.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, man. Well, we kind of already talked about Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes.
We did. Kevin's just mad at everybody. I don't know. I don't know what crawled into, like, what was in his cereal or to make them hate the world, but yeah.
All right. So, how do you feel about the the direction of the Judgment Day? Last night it looked like there might be some contentions even brewing in the new Judgment Day because Finn Balor wanted to be the one to challenge Gunther next. And Liv was like, "Oh no, it's going to be Daddy Dom. He's going to go for Gunther." And then we saw Carlito make that deal with Pierce that if Dominic beats a former world champion next week, then he gets a shot. So how do you feel about that after we just got through this whole Judgment Day turning on Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley? Do you think it's too soon for that?
Honestly, this new Judgment Day is silly to me. Carlito obviously does not belong in Judgment Day. And
poor Carlito.
I just don't think he does.
That's the point.
And but yeah, Liv is trying to run the show, and that's not good. I still was hoping for a plot twist with her and Finn Balor, and that did not happen. And then JD Madonna, you can't take him seriously either. So
his big old head.
I know, right? But yeah, I think it's too soon. It's especially because after that, Damian Priest told Gunther that Gunther and Gunther, I don't know what they call him these days, but Priesty came and told him that when he got back from Crown Jewel, he was ready to earn back his title he never lost. So, we'll see. Because he did say that he was through with the Judgment Day and he was coming back after the championship. So, that might lead for them to continue to put their nose in this business. I don't know. I'm just wondering what former world champion is going to face Dirty Dom next week.
I don't know. It could be anywhere from his dad to... It can't be The Miz. The Miz is mixed up with this Wyatt, not Wyatt, but the Final Testament R-Truth stuff.
And now Wyatt's 6, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, by the way.
Yes, it was. We'll talk about that.
I'm guessing it won't be Seth Rollins because he's fighting all over the arena with Bronson Reed.
He did say former world champion. So I'm thinking someone he does not have a past with. I would see them doing Rey Mysterio, being they're kind of on the same brand and they haven't really done anything. But Rey did point at Dom on the truck last night and they were just shaking their heads. So maybe that
and he was like going like this and stuff, making fun of his mustache. That was funny.
Yeah. It might be. It might be, but if it's not, I wonder who it would be. Who would it be?
Who knows?
If it's Goldberg, I'd be pissed. I turn the TV off. Really now? Really? Click. I will watch the rest of it tomorrow.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, it's not Randy Orton. He's over there on the other show. Kevin Owens is too angry.
Yeah, he's on SmackDown getting mad about whoever pissed in his Cheerios, and he hates everybody.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on. Can we talk? Yeah, we definitely need to talk about this because I am so excited for these guys.
Yes.
Motor City Machine Guns. Oh my gosh. The tag team scene really needs a boost, and they are the perfect team to give that boost to the division. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, even before they were Motor City Machine Guns, They had great solo careers. They're very well respected, great ring workers. Just to see them on the main stage now, I'm so happy for them. They have worked so hard for so long.
Yes. Yes. And I'm glad they didn't debut them in NXT first.
Right.
I was afraid they were going to do that, and they didn't. This is going to do good. With the the Viking Raiders, now War Raider, turned back War Raiders. They're about to come back as well, and and everything.
Yeah, they
I
do
think-
got the tag tournament going on to face the Bloodline. Or was it the Bloodline or whoever?
Yeah, they're going to be facing DIY on SmackDown this week. And if they win, they face the Tama Tonga and Tongaloa.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yep. So, yeah.
I'm trying to think, because I've been kind of off the radar lately. I know Tama and Tongaloa are the tag champs on SmackDown. Who's tag champs on Raw?
Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough.
See, I didn't even realize that. I have been off the radar, and they haven't made it a focal point, so that's why I couldn't remember.
Right, and I think they just did something too, though, where they're trying to decide who faces them next as well. I don't think they're doing a tournament.
Yeah, they're doing like
something.
a tournament. It's like the New Day. It's like the New Day, the War Raiders, and crap. They had it up there yesterday, and
right.
Now they're doing the triple threat match next week to determine the number one contenders for that.
Okay, because
that quick.
Yeah, because it was the New Day versus the Final Testament, the AOP.
Yeah, and, New Day won because of all that going on, and
then the Wyatts, they were beaten down on R-Truth, and Kofi Kingston wanted to come out and go back and help, and Xavier Woods was like, no, we got a title shot, we can't do that, he'll be all right. And then the
Wyatt Six came out.
That was so cool.
That kind of solidified the deal. I would have been arguing until that point and be like, okay, that made the decision for me. Let me go.
Right. Yeah, this is going to be really cool.
This is such a good segment. Oh my god, that was so
Final
good.
Testament needed something so bad. And I love Karrion Kross, okay? I do. I think he's super talented, and him with Scarlett and everything, it is great. And I really like him, and I think he's creative. But it was just there. I mean, he was just there. And it was just like, eh. But now with this, I'm like, yes, let's go. Yes, let's go.
I love it. Yeah. And the fact that Paul Ellering pushed the Miz out of the way and took the mandible claw, that's a good way to weave them in the story along with the Miz, because obviously the Miz is the next target. But yeah, I like this. I like to see this. This is going to be good. The fans really enjoyed this segment last night. I enjoyed it, even though Authors of Pain lost. But it's okay. I understand.
It made up for it.
That made up for it totally. And yeah, this was such a good segment. I was ready for more. I was like, no, don't go. I need to see what else is going on. Come on now, come on.
And I loved, like, how many stories did they tell in just this one segment? First, you have the New Day, that battle with the New Day, Xavier Woods, being like, no, and Kofi Kingston wanting to help. You have that dynamic with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. And then on the other hand, you have R-Truth and the Miz, doing their thing. And then you had Final Testament and, Karrion Kross kind of influencing the Miz a little bit. And then here comes the Wyatt Six on top of that. And I was like, please,
Party crashers.
Here's my money. Take it.
Yes. I don't have any, but yes, here, take the Monopoly money. Yes, this was such a good segment. I think between the whole thing with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed, them just you can't keep them apart. And then this was right after. This was such a hot start to Raw. Other
Chaos.
than Jay losing, I thought this was a great Raw last night.
It was.
I thought it was a great Raw last night. You know, they started off with a bang and it kept going.
Yep.
And
there was not a slow moment all night.
No, and I think that's what fans wanted for so long. I remember back in my blogging days, that's what I would start off with. Like, they're missing just hit the ground running. You know, you have somebody like they would unnerve me to no end when they would put Roman out there trying to tell jokes and stuff, and I'm like, you just lost the title the night before. What the hell? If you're wanting to build him up to be a goat, that's
Don't
not what
have
you
him
do.
say suffer and succotash, for goodness sake.
Yes. just like when he won the title of Survivor Series and Sheamus cashed in, they had him show up the next night on Raw, making jokes and stuff. I'm like, no, that's not what you do. You have him come down, tear everything up, try to get a fight with Sheamus. Yeah, but seeing that made me happy. I'm like, thank you, finally. And like I said, I haven't been able to watch any of this stuff. Like, I would just have to see clips or whatnot. But like last night was the first time watching Raw from start to finish, like as it aired. And I was like, this is what we want. This is what I know I want. And I know other people want us to hit the ground running, keep it going. And
Right.
And I love the fact that they have Seth going against Bronson Reed. They're making Bronson Reed to be this absolute monster. And I like the fact they're pairing him with Rollins and they're doing a really good feud out of this. So I'm really happy about that.
Right.
And so, yeah, and then the whole thing with the YS6, Final Testament. I mean, it kept going. Even the women's tag titles, they got a whole lot going on with that right now.
Oh, yeah.
You got Trash Legend with Jakara Jackson. They're getting in everybody's business in the women's tag division. That's like Damage Control, Jade and Bianca. They're doing interpromotional stuff on NXT and Raw, SmackDown. I think they're doing really well with that. Like I said, I don't care for Lash Legend. It's Trash Legend on Peaches and Power Bombs. I do not like Lash Legend. I don't care for her.
I don't know enough about her to like her or dislike her.
But yeah, I said that on a straight up wrestling show last night. I was like, Trash Legend does nothing for me, and they thought it was the greatest thing ever. I just don't like her. But the fact that they have them, they're utilizing the multiple shows, brands, whatnot. I thought this was a great idea, especially for the women's tag division. I mean, they're not really doing a whole lot with the men's tag division, but they're really doing something with the women's tag division. Can't win.
Well, they have two megastars kind of holding their titles right now, so they have to.
That's two. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That is interesting. No.
I do, but I don't. That's what gets me. The 3 hours was just too long when you.
I'm sad that people have had their time cut, and so not as many people get on the show. But my goodness, does it flow better, and it doesn't feel like a marathon anymore.
Yeah, it leads me to wanting more, and I think they're going with the whole less is more approach.
HBT.
Speaking
of which,
straight up wrestling show. Give it a check. Give it a look. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, both him and Chris loved it.
They were at SmackDown as well, so I got to see them again. I met them at the AEW show back in July, and then I got to see them again last week.
Cool.
So
cool.
Really, really good guys over there. So make sure y'all check them out. Okay,
good to see you too, HBT. Good to see you too.
We should have them on the show sometime.
Yes.
So
we can do
I have a few things about AEW on here. I don't want to spend too much time just because, um, you know, I haven't been on as much either since you've been gone. So I haven't been talking about WWE as much because I have another show and it's based around AEW. So I talk about
Mhm.
AEW all the time and not as much WWE. So I wanted to make sure that we covered a lot of WWE. But there is a few little things on AEW that I do want to get your opinion on.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. Let's
um
go.
let's I don't know if you know about this.
I do.
Moxley is terrorizing AEW. Everybody from, they murdered Brian Danielson.
Right, yeah.
They've attacked the Dark Order. They've attacked Private Party, and they've attacked everybody else that you can think of. And I feel like there is a presence behind this. I don't think it's all Moxley. And how do you feel about this?
I definitely think there is more to this going on. We just don't know what yet. But Mox is absolutely utilizing his Dean Ambrose days as a shield, which I love.
Mhm.
But Mox is on a warpath. Wheeler Yuta broke my heart. He's my favorite person
Oh my
at
goodness.
AEW, and he had to be
Aw.
fought like everybody else. But I
Baby
love the
brother Yuta.
I know. I know. But yeah, I was really surprised they had Marina Shafir in there with them. I thought that was a really good idea considering her MMA background. And
Mhm.
I like her the problem gimmick that they're doing. So I think that's a great fit.
Oh, she's a big problem right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so yeah, I do like all them being together. They're causing all this chaos. The Young Bucks aren't doing anything about it. And I think that's going to create some problems because, TK, I don't think TK's been on since that night in Jacksonville.
No.
So
that kind of didn't lead anywhere either. And it was
no, but
a little disappointing.
Young Bucks has been kind of, yeah. But yeah, I like the fact that they're I watched Collision Saturday. Dark Order tried. Dark Order is going to always be that babyface team because of Brody Lee and
right.
But John Silver was doing such a good job trying to hang in there and everything. But I definitely think they do need more people. Private Party is a good start. Private Party, they've been like working hard in the ranks, and I heard they had a really great match against the Young Bucks, and there was a lot of positive feedback from that. So I'm glad to see the Private Parties getting their flowers too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this will help them. I think we'll see more people starting to rebel against it, but you never know. So it's definitely to be continued.
Yep. And Adam Cole, to Ray All Day's excitement, came back and confronted MJF, and he is magically now the baby face of this situation. It doesn't make much sense in that regard, but I'm just rolling with it.
When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Didn't he turn on MJF?
Yes.
I know it's been a while, but I was like, wait a minute. This don't even sound right. What?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's funny. Over on TRWC Tailgate Party, check us out on Wednesdays, everybody, by the way. Me and Ray All Day. It was getting to the point where Adam Cole was it's been like 13 months or whatever it's been. And I was making a joke. Yeah. I was making a joke about how Eddie Kingston was going to come back before him. And I kept making this joke and we kept laughing about it. So we made a little bet that whoever's person comes back and takes a bump first They win the bet, and the other person has to buy them an AEW merch gift card. So Adam Cole has been back for 2 weeks, but he still has not taken a bump. So I am still in this running. And if Eddie Kingston comes out hobbling on crutches to confront Jon Moxley and gets knocked in the head, I win.
I love it. I love it.
That's not going to happen because Eddie Kingston is far from being ready for anything like that. But
hey, you never know.
He has graduated from a cast to a brace, so, and he's not in
good.
his wheelchair anymore. He's on crutches, so
Good.
you never know. You never know. Okay,
Well,
Kyle Fletcher turns on Will Ospreay, and officially within the Don Callis family. And we can't talk about everything with the Don Callis family that has changed lately, but we'll just Lance Archer is with them now.
I don't know why they changed his look. That was for the worse.
Yeah.
I kept seeing Timu Drew McIntyre all over social media. I was like, oh God,
bless
no.
his heart. He is
Lance
so
Archer
talented. That's not fair.
Fine,
Yeah.
the way he was. Why did you? Oh God.
He's
Anyway.
on TV now, so there's at least that.
That's good. Yeah.
And Takeshita is Kenosuke Takeshita is now our international champion, and I'm happy with that. And me and Ray have been calling for Kyle Fletcher to turn on Ospreay already. We've been talking about this since June, and it's taking them this long to do it, which is probably a good thing because they told a lot of good stories with that. So I'm interested in seeing what they do with all of this.
I did catch, like I said, I did catch Collision. And I caught Battle of the Belts, which was really good. Kyle O'Reilly, not Kyle Fletcher, Kyle O'Reilly and Okada. I was expecting a lot more because I know what these two can do, but for what it was good. I was just glad to see them in the ring together. And then Mariah May and Anna Jay did really good. Anna Jay got the victory over her, but it was a non-title match. So we're going to see her and Anna Jay go at it for a little bit too. I'm really excited about that. She's a Georgia girl. She's from the coast. I have to go for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna Jay is really good. So excited to see her as well. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Last, but certainly not least, I want to talk to you about this.
Yes, I am so ready.
I am ready too. And Shelton
this is going to be so good. Oh God, I can't wait.
Shelton Benjamin does have a match tomorrow night with Sammy Guevara as well. So there's also that. But this, I like that they didn't just spring this on us, that it's 2 weeks in advance and they're building up towards it. And AEW never does that. So hallelujah, jingle bells. They finally learned something. And I hope that we see more of this.
I am so excited for this match on so many levels. Well, here's the thing. Everybody knows Shelton Benjamin is a fantastic, phenomenal wrestler.
Yeah.
And he has been underrated for so long. When he made his in-ring debut Wednesday, he decimated Lio Rush. I don't think we have ever seen Shelton Benjamin this ruthless, this aggressive, and I love it.
The match was a little too long. He should have kind of squished him. But other than that, I'm guessing he still wanted to kind of give Lio Rush his flowers because Lio Rush is a great wrestler in his own right? It's not like he was in there with Serpentico or something like that.
Right, for sure.
So, and I don't know if you thought about this or not, but both of those guys had ties to Bobby Lashley. So that was a cool little dynamic.
Yes.
That's
cool. A nice little Easter egg. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that at first, but now that you mention it, that is a great Easter egg. because we know Bobby Lashley's going to show up before long. He
Oh
might
yeah.
show up next week. I don't know. I hope not, but it is what it is. But Shelton.
He's on
Go
his
ahead.
way. He's on
Yeah.
his way. It has been confirmed he has signed with them, so it's just a matter of time.
I'm just so excited to see what they're going to do with Shelton in AEW, and to put him with someone on top of his game like Swerve. Like, come on. Like, who is not excited for this match? I mean, this is
Crazy
going to be
people.
so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I texted my nephew. I was just like, Swerve and Shelton in 2 weeks. I am there. I wish I could be in Cleveland. I got family in Cleveland. I wish I could be there, but I can't. But
Right.
I am so excited for this match. This is going to be good. The fact that they're promoting it like they are, it's going to be a big deal, and I hope it lives up to the hype. I think it will, because these guys, it's no pressure, you know.
Right.
And so, but yeah, I love the fact that they brought in they're called the Hurt Syndicate, because obviously they couldn't have the Hurt Business, but they are continuing the legacy of what was the Hurt Business with the Hurt Syndicate. I am 100% here for it, because that was such an amazing thing during the pandemic, and WWE just like pulled the plug on it, which was dumb. But
I will have to correct you on one thing. It's not No Pressure, it's Big Pressure. Because that's the name of Swerve's song.
Yeah. I thought about it after the fact. But I love the fact that they brought MVP in, trying to recruit Swerve. And Swerve was like, no, I'm sticking with family. But I really think having Swerve in another feud where they're trying to, having a different feud other than Hangman Page, even though they had an amazing feud. Let's not revisit that again right now, because know Hangman Page sometimes. But
I mean,
I like the fact that they're going a different direction with it, and we see amazing things like this. So
Swerve and Hangman are going to be AEW's John Cena and Randy Orton. They're always going to hate each other. And that can be revisited anytime, any place. All you have to do is have them to look at each other and it'll start. So that's always going to be there.
Yeah, well, I'm not against it, but the fact is they just went back to it, and I'm like, they went back to it, and then they dropped it, and I'm like, huh, what, huh?
Right.
Because I think they had Hangman Page interfere in the match with Jay White this last week, and I'm like I said, I've been behind, so I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Jay White, Hangman Page was doing stuff, was kind of terrorizing the Bang Bang Gang for a little while. Him and Juice Robinson had a match a couple weeks ago on Dynamite, and then Jay White came back because he's been out on injury, and so he came back, made his triumphant return, I guess, a couple weeks ago, and defended Juice Robinson, and then he actually beat Jay White at Wrestle Dream. So very good match, by the way. Very good match.
Yeah, it was. It was, for sure. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, everything, wrestling's been fun, and I'm glad I get to be a part of it again. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I was so looking forward to this today.
Oh, I know. Me too. It feels so good to be back. I felt like a part of me was missing. I know I did some things, but it just did not feel right to do it without you. So I was like trying to hold off a little bit, and I was like, if I hold off too much longer, the page isn't going to be here. So I had to do a little bit without you, but it was not the same.
Yeah, I understand. I really wanted to be on last week, but we had some things to take care of, and I wasn't going to make it back in time. So, I was like, well, maybe next time.
Harry, I see your message, and I'm busy for the rest of the week, but maybe we can fix something maybe for next week.
Yeah, definitely. We can do a little something next week sometime. And
All
Mina
right.
just woke up. She was asleep till just now. She's just looking around like, "You're still on there?"
Oh, and we do have a new video. A
Oh,
new
we do.
little yeah.
Yeet!
Yes, I love it. Hey, our third Peach had to hop on for a moment.
Swerve will have his hands full with MVP and company. Hangman will be busy psychotically murder. Yes. It's funny. We have a lot of like psychopaths on AEW lately. I mean, we have Adam Page just randomly murdering people. We have Moxley and his crew randomly murdering people. They have a problem on AEW. It's a hostile work environment, and I'm surprised that HR has not gotten involved, that the police have not been contacted, but they have it.
Speaking of hostile work environment, look who woke up from her nap.
Oh yeah, here we go. Mina Mania.
That tail is going too.
Mina Mania has arrived.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, everybody. I think that's about it. Is there anything else, Alora, that you can think of?
No. I think I think we covered everything that I had on my list. So.
All right, guys. Well, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about Peaches and Power Bombs. And we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Thank you, Tom.
Good night, sweet Peach. It's time to go. Good night, sweet Peach. It's the end of the show. We hate to leave, but we really can't stay. So good night, sweet Peach. Good night.